Hey, what up guys? As you've seen the title of this video and the intro, you know what I'm about to show you guys. That's right, the new boss in Baradin Hall, Occu'thar. He came out last Wednesday in Europe, and I'm going to show you the tactics. By that I mean what spells he casts, what to do when he casts the spells, what tanks are supposed to do, and healers. And I'm going to show you pictures and clips that I've been filming, and I'm going to do voiceovers so you know what to do. Hope you enjoyed this video. Now, first spell that I'm going to show you guys is Focused Fire. Focused Fire is simply just an AoE Occu'thar does on the ground at the location of a random player that inflicts 35,000 fire damage every second to players within 12 yards of the targeted location. So that's just simply jump out of the AoE, as you know. Now, second spell that I'm going to show you guys is Searing Shadows. Searing Shadows is a spell Occu'thar cast which deals 105,000 shadow damage to players in front of him, so it's a cone of 60 degrees, and players that are hit get a debuff which increases shadow damage taken by 100% for 30 seconds. Now this is where tanks come in and the tank spots. Now you have two tanks in your raid, as you can see on this picture, and Eyes of Occu'thar, we come to that later. Now let's say the tank on the left, tank spot 1, is going to tank, and then he casts the Searing Shadows cone in front of him. Then when he casts that, the second tank is gonna taunt him, so that the debuff is gonna run out and he can taunt after the tank spot 2 gets the debuff. So that's just simply the tanks which are gonna taunt. It's much like Warcraft when he does the slash, meteor slash. So that's pretty simple if you've been to him. But they're just gonna taunt, really. Now, the last spell that Occu'thar cast, which is the spell that are mostly problematic for new players, and that is why I'm gonna show you this video so people can see it and I don't run into players who don't know it. It is Eyes of Occu'thar. As the picture I showed before, as you can see now, there's a gathering point for Eyes of Occu'thar. Now, the reason why you wanna gather, and I'm gonna show you a video of a good example and a bad example, but why you wanna gather is because you have to AoE the eyes down as fast as you can within 10 seconds, because the eyes are gonna explode if an eye is sitting on top of a player for more than 10 seconds. So you have to AoE them down real quick. Now, in the clip, as you can see right here, I died because he used Enrage Occu'thar, because we simply killed him too slow. So that's also an ability he does. But as you can see, he cast Eyes of Occu'thar now, and the person in the middle, right in front of me, as you can see, he just stands there. He doesn't gather. Of course he would have lost anyway, and that's why he doesn't gather. But this is just an example of what you're not supposed to do. As you can see, they explode and everybody just dies instantly. So that's a bad example. Now, in this clip, as you can see right here, guys, he begins to cast Eyes of Occu'thar, and we gather at our gathering point, the green right there, and we start to make as much AoE as we can. I saved the cooldown for that, Tychus Fury, so I can swipe all of the eyes down. Maybe an eye explode, maybe two. I think one eye exploded, but it didn't wipe us at all, and we just carry on killing Occu'thar. So that's a good example. Now, last thing that I'm going to tell you guys is healers. This includes casters as well, DPS. If an Eye of Occu'thar explodes, of course, it would be good to use some AoE heals. Else, the healers are just supposed to heal as regular. But when healers and casters are casting their spells, do not stand at the gathering point and cast your spells. Because if Unfocused Fire is being cast at the gathering point, where would you like to gather when he uses Eyes of Occu'thar? So don't stand at the gathering point and everything should be good. So now that you learned tactics for Occu'thar, Go and kick his ass.